How's it going, everybody? This Seer here. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm in the Dark Xavier saga. So, in this video, there was something that was kind of mentioned on this node when I was going through on stream that just kind of stuck with me. And it's on this particular node, which is hard 1-4. Now, I know it hasn't really gotten around a lot because I don't know if people just skip the storyline. But when I was doing this whole video series for Xavier saga, there was something mentioned in here and it just jumped out at me. So let's go ahead and jump into this node so that way you kind of see what I'm talking about. So Reed Richards, Charles, I think I can possibly contain the Spectre. I simply need to, then Dark Xavier pops up. You believe your brilliance grants you understanding, but it does not. I am beyond energy and understanding. That may be, but I'm familiar with power-mad entities, and my family has stopped them before. He's talking about Dr. Doom here, right? So I can see that in your mind. Perhaps you're gaining new perspective by facing them again. So he ends up summoning, basically, these incarnations of mental manifestations of them and everything. And he ends up kind of summoning in a Dr. Doom. But this right here is the thing that always stuck out to me. Richards, with the power of the Beyonder at my fingertips, I shall rid myself of you once and for all. This is the first mention that we've ever had of the Beyonder in Marvel Strike Force. And this right here just like jumped out at me like, holy crap. The Beyonder is a very, very big deal. So let's go ahead and hit continue right here. Now before I prepare this world for the coming of my master, he's talking about Galactus. That's another huge bomb that they kind of dropped in the storyline for here. Oh, that's just great. Some of the biggest jerks we've ever fought, and they're playing their hits. So what does this actually mean? So let's go ahead and jump over to the browser over here. So with the Beyonder, I think he's too powerful to actually be coming into Marvel Strike Force. So what powers does the Beyonder have? So if we end up pulling this up right here in the fandom portion, he basically is like omnipotent. Whatever he thinks can actually happen. So if we go down here, the powers, he has reality warping, psionic abilities, nigh omniscience, teleportation, matter manipulation, energy manipulation, superhuman strength, superhuman stamina, invulnerability, superhuman speed, regenerative healing factor, superhuman agility, and flight. Basically, he could do anything and everything that he can just think of will actually happen. So obviously he's too powerful to come into Marvel Strike Force. He's like a top 5, arguably top 3 being in the Marvel comics. So if you end up doing like a quick search, he basically is like at the top of the list. So I don't think that's what they were going for as far as like, hey, here's a teaser for this character coming to the game, because they did a teaser before during like a strike time that I ended up catching where they had like Satana on there, and they end up having Franklin Richards. So it's not an accident when they start mentioning these characters in this game. So I think what they're going for is like Dr. Doom when he had the Beyonder's powers. And I think that would be a really interesting character to have come into the game as a Dark Dimension 9 character. Because we just had Dark Dimension 8 where it was Odin, where you had to use the purple ISO 3. They basically said, hey, we're having the purple ISO 4 and 5 come very quickly, which means that they could probably do a Dark Dimension 9 where they have like that chase character for those that's already done with Xavier, because the game was kind of getting stale, and they did acknowledge a lot of the staleness and how to update the game, make it better, which I'm going to be doing a video about that one later as well. Basically, this were my gripes with the game in this video. Here's how they're acknowledging it. So I do have that video kind of planned, so do stay tuned for that one. But if we go back to this one here, Marvel Dr. Doom harnesses the power of the Beyonder. So he did this on 2 separate occasions. So over here, during the Secret Wars saga, 1984, this was the first crossover event, and the Beyonder kidnaps various heroes and villains to fight in Battle World. Then there was Secret Wars 2 and 3, and in here, Dr. Doom ends up getting the powers of the Beyonder. In the 2015 version of Secret Wars, the Beyonders, plural, basically the race of the Beyonders, basically they cause destruction across the multiverse, and Doom ends up basically getting the powers of all of the Beyonders, not like the full powers, but a good portion of it, and becomes God Emperor Doom. So if you kind of take a look at this, all of the involved Beyonders and Molecule Man, Dr. Doom usually isn't as important, except in Secret Wars 2, twice he steals the powers of the Beyonders and takes over a patchwork planet called Battleworld. So Battleworld is involved in both instances of this. And let's go ahead and jump back in game because Battleworld is going on right now. And I think that's kind of important to acknowledge. Battleworld, we had it such hyped up as far as it's going to be this fantastic game mode, and it kind of became like a Raid 2.0, and they are definitely working on the improvements of that. And we do know that Sentry is going to end up becoming the next character for this. So right now we have Null right here. That's going to go into Sentry. So it is possible like this new version of Dr. Doom could become the third incarnation of the Battleworld boss that we kind of chase for, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to end up being like this epic campaigns right here, because they kind of did this alteration thing where we end up having the Mephisto for Gear Tier 19. We had the purple 3 for Odin for Dark Dimension 8, but in between there was Xavier, or after this was Xavier. So they kind of did this 6-month thing where they're kind of going between, say, a gear requirement and an ice requirement. If they keep that trend, we should be having another character come out that's going to be the purple ISO 5. And I think that's where they're going for with this. Now, how powerful is God Emperor Doom? Because I really hope that's the version they start to go with in this direction. God Emperor Doom was such a cool character, and he's basically this Dr. Doom character in the white cloak that you guys have seen around this really cool artwork right here. I love this image and everything. And he was just so powerful that things just kind of quaked beneath his feet, right? He even ripped out Thanos' skeleton with ease during this whole arc. It was just insane how powerful he actually was. And I think that would be a really good character to kind of add into this game, where he's not going to be a top 3 or top 5 power level character. He's still definitely up there in the power rankings, but we already have characters like Odin, Mephisto, we have Xavier, Franklin Richards. So we are getting to that level where it's not out of the realm of possibility that can get somebody that's powerful in the game. Hell, even Dormammu is a very powerful being, which kind of fits the mold of maybe a God Emperor Doom character coming to this game. But I thought that would be a really cool video to kind of do for you guys. And I don't think a lot of people caught the whole Beyonder reference and even the mention of Galactus basically in here. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm onto something where God Emperor Doom may be the next Mythic chase that we're having? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of the day.